Oh no, I wasn't ready. Let me clip this on real quick. Okay, now I'm ready. Hold on. I gotta put the little, this is the string that keeps my mic wrapped up, and if I don't put it at the very top, my kitty cat Smokey will start playing with it halfway through the reading. And as much as I love him, it's very distracting. So, hi, I'm Joy, and this is Mystic Joy to the World. I want to do something a little bit different tonight. I typically just bring through a channel message from Spirit, and I use tarot cards to confirm. Today, my daughter made me this, I guess you could call it spin art. I think it's called spin art, where you put the paper on the thing, and typically you'd put drops of paint, but she took different markers and just held it very lightly as it was spinning and made me this really cool drawing here. And as we were cleaning up tonight out here, I said, hey, let me hold on to that. And some type of message wants to come through with the inspiration of this beautiful piece of art from my daughter. So let's just settle into the moment. Take a deep breath with me now. Please ignore Smokey eating his dinner if you hear him crunching away. Take a deep breath and settle into the moment as I open up and tap into the energy. We're going to take another deep breath together. When you take a deep breath, breathe in through your nose and you want to visualize the oxygen going in through your nose down into your stomach. And we know that's not where air goes when we breathe, but visually it does help you relax your diaphragm and therefore allowing your lungs to expand further when you visualize the air going into your stomach. So let's take another deep belly breath here. If you want to, you can place your hand right on your belly or your diaphragm here. Take a deep breath in. Feel it expand and exhale fully, drawing your navel towards your spine. I love that. Okay. So something about, why did I just hear lost in the sauce? I don't know what that really even means. That's not an expression that I use, nor have I heard it recently. So if you've been feeling lost in the sauce, kind of chaotic, this is almost speaking to me about like a wormhole. So your life may have felt recently like you stepped into a wormhole, like things are just really, really bizarre. Maybe bizarre things have been happening around you, or to you, or to others that are around you. And when this chaos happens, it's not necessarily a bad thing. The important part is that you are aware of the chaos rather than getting sucked into it. So when there's a lot of kind of like this image here, the light mixed with the dark, there are traces of yellow in here. So when I'm seeing this, the faint traces of yellow, and then like a double, why did I just say double helix? This is not, okay, maybe something about DNA. Something about your DNA. This appears to be almost like a double nucleus, right? And, oh, is this a love reading? This is speaking to me of like two nuclei becoming one, two souls coming together, two souls whose paths are intertwined, just like the center of this drawing here. Each one beautiful in its own right, and when they come together, at first it can appear kind of messy or chaotic or imperfect, right? We are noticing there's some like water markings and stuff on the back. So that's the beauty of art. That's the beauty of creation. That's the beauty of, I heard, learning how to tango with your other half. Wow. Because when there are two energies that are this potent, maybe you have a very strong personality, maybe this person that you're coming into union with has a strong personality. And so sometimes it can clash at first. Sometimes it can get a bit messy, or, you know, it takes a while to come to wow, my throat chakra just went. It can take a minute to come together in cohesion, okay? But that doesn't mean it isn't meant to be. If you look, the image, if we turn it this way, it looks like the infinity symbol almost in the middle there. Like these two souls were destined to be intertwined for infinity. But at first glance, it looks like absolute chaos. But there's beauty in the chaos. If you start paying attention to details, there's something about paying attention to the details and what you will find there. Maybe the details you have overlooked because of clouded vision from other relationships. Look for the details that actually matter. And that's how you will know who this other soul is, and that this other soul is meant for you. Pay attention to the details. I'm going to pull some tarot to get some clarification here. Oh my gosh, I don't think this is the first time I've done a outright love reading. What word am I looking for, Spirit? I just heard, don't try to label it, just do the reading. Okay. Oh my God, there's all these pieces of tape. Sorry guys, I have 2 kids and we do a lot of projects here. So my table is covered in marker and tape sometimes, and that's okay. When we move and we get a new dining room set, we will have a specific place for projects, and it won't be the table because we're not going to ruin another table. But this has served its purpose, so that's part of the fun. Ooh, this is part of the message. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing that in. Sometimes the messiness is just part of the fun, and that's how this journey was designed. The two of you and this other soul made an agreement together to go through this fun, swirling, chaotic dance before uniting. Because it's fun, you know? Boring isn't fun. So you might as well bring some depth to it, right? Bring a little color, bring a little, I just heard uncertainty. Like, this is what I'm getting from this piece of art here. Huh. Sometimes, so if you're familiar with Tony Robbins, he is a personal development guru. He's a coach. He, you know, brilliant man. And he teaches about human needs. And one of the human needs he teaches about is uncertainty. So there's this craving that we as humans have for some level of uncertainty in our life. If you knew exactly what was going to happen at every single moment, exactly what was coming next, life would get really boring really quick. And then what's the point, you know? So enjoy the uncertainty, because you're going to be okay. you're destined to find each other. So it's not like you have to do something crazy to attract this union into your life. It's already destined. It's happening. All you have to do is be willing to tango. Do you actually tango? I would love to know. Please write in the comments if anyone knows how to tango. I would love to learn. Okay, Spirit, can we get some information on this union here that's coming through? How fun. I love reading. That's so exciting for you. You may have been noticing pairs of things throughout the day today. I'm just noticing I've got 2 water bottles here, and you may have noticed pairs of animals, pairs of flowers, things just matching, coming in 2s. And the more you notice that, 2, 2, 2, or 2, 2, 2, 2 might be significant. The more you see pairs, the closer this union is getting. How exciting. Oh my God. All right. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. She popped out in the reverse. We've got the 7 of Wands and the Page of Swords. So the Queen of Pentacles is material things, right? In the reverse, let me read this. I know the 7 of Wands is you successfully overcoming something, and this came out on top of the Page of Swords. So there may have been things from your past. I'm reading this Page of Swords as when you were young, okay? So the Page is a very young energy, and this 7 of Wands came out right on top of this Page of Swords. So this is speaking to me about in the past, when you were younger, right? This union wasn't able to come in. You had things that you needed to learn, to go through, growth that needed to be had, maturity that needed to develop, right? And this sword is speaking about truths that you needed to learn about yourself, about the way you operate, truths that you're looking for in other people. Maybe a truthful partner. Maybe you had to go through, because we can't recognize light without darkness, right? So you must experience the polarity of what you are calling in order to appreciate it, right? In order to recognize it for what it is. So this Page of Swords really is talking about this experience in your youth that maybe you've had to go through to learn what you do want in a partner, right? You've had to learn how to cut some people out that were not good for you, not good for your growth, that weren't giving as an equal. Interesting. And I just noticed this Page is looking back over his shoulder, right? Like he's still brandishing this sword. He's like, okay, I'm ready to move on, but is there anything else coming to hurt me, right? Do I need to cut anyone else with this sword to protect myself? And no, you don't. You've learned what you needed to learn in order to draw this relationship in. And this is what the 7 of Wands is telling us. It's successfully fending off an attack, right? Or successfully moving forward or past something or overcoming something. So you don't need to keep looking in the back into the past, right? You've learned what you needed to learn, and you've successfully overcome that, so that you can invite in this union that's destined for you here. Ooh, this just popped out to me. This looked like an eyeball. So there's something about looking into this person's eyes you're going to recognize. You're going to recognize that this is the union you've been waiting for. Wow. Something about their eyes. Maybe they have really cool looking eyes. Maybe they have flecks of gold or yellow, right? With some blue. Oh, how cool. And this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit, can we... I want to, before I read it, I want to pull another card. Okay. Can we get some clarification on the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, how this is relating to this union here? The Eight of Swords. Okay. Ah, okay. Sorry, Spirit, a little slow on the uptake here sometimes. The Queen of Swords, or the Seven, the Eight, oh my gosh, the Eight of Swords. Hot Mess Express. Maybe this is what it felt like. Maybe you felt bound and blindfolded, like stuck in your current situation, or having gone through all those disappointments as that page, right, in your love life. You then decided, forget it. I'm going to be blind to love. I'm going to surround myself with all these swords because these are all the swords that have hurt me. These are the swords that have stabbed me in the heart. And I guess it's just not meant for me, right? So this is a stuck energy, right? But she's not. But she's not. And thinking that you were stuck, thinking that there wasn't maybe no one out there for you, you were keeping yourself bound, right? These are very loose bonds, but thinking in that way keeps you stuck, okay? Thinking in that way is a limiting belief that then causes subconscious blocks, right? Subconscious barriers. There's something called the reticular activating system. So say you buy a red car and then you notice everyone is driving a red car, right? Or a particular type of car, or you get an outfit or a bag or something, and then you notice it everywhere. It's because, you gave your subconscious mind a new direction, right? In purchasing the thing for yourself, you directed more attention and energy to that thing, and therefore your brain is picking up on it in other things that you normally wouldn't have paid attention to, right? Because our brain can only process a certain amount of information, right? And what it deems as unimportant or irrelevant, your brain filters. So you will not even see things sometimes if you are not trained to look for it. And when you direct energy towards a thing like buying it for yourself, you are then training your brain to direct energy towards that thing and pay attention and say, this is important. Okay, so this is kind of speaking to me of the reticular activating system, where you put all these swords up and you put blinders on, you blindfold yourself, and you believe that you're wrapped in these bonds, like, well, either because of your situation or whatever excuse you're providing for why you haven't found love yet or why it never works out. Pay attention to the way that you're talking about your love life, or that you're talking about the things that have happened to you in the past. Can we reframe them? Can we successfully reframe them? Maybe that's part of this journey, is learning how to reframe those past situations so that you are not perpetuating a narrative of being stuck, of being the victim, right? Because if you stay in that energy and in that mindset, you're giving your subconscious mind no other choice but to perpetuate it. But the universe just says yes, right? So whatever you are convinced of in your own subconscious mind, and we all have a different experience of reality because we all have trained our subconscious mind, whether through our own choices and decisions, or through the way we were taught and the paradigms and our belief systems that we grew up with, or through lived experience. We train ourselves what to see and what to accept as possible, right? So maybe going back and looking at some of the situations and reframing them can help you remove some of these swords, remove that blindfold, and allow yourself to be more open to receive blessings from the universe, rather than saying, hey, universe, I'm never going to find love because of XYZ, because of the things that I went through. The universe is going to say, okay. But it seems like now, so this was in the past, the Queen of Pentacles, right? It was the victim mentality, or the I'm not finding love, or there's no one out there for me, or this is the best, and if this is not, you can apply this reading to other circumstances in your life if you're not searching for love at this time, right? So this could be in relation to a job, right? Or a promotion, or a place you want to live, or anything. It's just simply you keeping yourself stuck with limiting beliefs, right? And that's what stopped this Queen of Pentacles. That's what stopped you from going into that Queen of Pentacles energy, right? It's upside down. It's blocked, but it's not actually blocked. It's just your subconscious mind that's been blocking this Queen of Pentacles, the Pentacles from coming in. Okay, so now what? Spirit? What can the collective expect? You can expect the Ten of Pentacles now. I love when the cards just work out so well. Now that you recognize that you can reframe the things that you've been through, right? You can put that sword down because you've successfully overcome it. You've realized you are worthy of so much more maybe than you've been getting. Maybe you haven't found love because they didn't deserve you, So you recognize that, and you don't need to keep yourself stuck and limited. You can take that blindfold off and be open to receive what you do deserve, which is the Ten of Pentacles. And a perfect union, a perfect partner. You've even got kids running around. Look at this. Happy couple with a little boy here. Maybe you're going to have a baby. Congratulations if you do. Oh my gosh. I love this. Can we know, Spirit, I would love to know a little bit about the union, about this person, this other nucleus that's coming in, that has been destined for infinity. I'd love to know more about this union. Can we get, who is this person? Do you know them already? Oh my God. Okay, so we've got Two of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles is a gift. It's a prayer. Oh, it's a gift. They're coming in. Maybe they are the gift, or they're bringing you the gift. Oh my gosh. Literally the world, if you notice, he's holding the globe in the palm of his hand and he's looking out over the waters. Maybe there's some sort of travel. Maybe this union hasn't happened yet because there's physical distance between you. I'm just noticing. So he's, oh, see, I told you pairs. Here we go. Two of Wands. And he's holding the globe in his hand. He's ready to give you the world. When I say he, this could be either way. If you're a masculine, then it's she, right? There's no gender in tarot. This is a very benevolent energy. Someone that has already made it and is ready to share with you what is theirs. Like, he's like, I've got a wand and I've got one for you, and I've also got the entire world for you. So let's go, baby. Why do I sound so lame? Maybe this is your energy. You're fun. I wish you the best. Oh. Okay. So, interesting. So do you know them already? Have you met them? I heard some yes, some no. Okay, that's fair. What flipped out here? The Ace of Cups. Oh my God. So here's another pair. You've got two aces now. You've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is like overflowing joy and emotion and happiness, right? Literally overflowing. The divine is bringing you this cup of love. Literally, like a dove, just boop. That's what it's gonna feel like. This love is just gonna boop, drop out of nowhere. You're gonna be like, I wasn't expecting this. I thought that I didn't deserve that. I thought that because I've been hurt so many times in the past that it wasn't going to happen for me. It's like, no. Your pentacle is there. It was just waiting, for you to get aligned. And then all of a sudden you take that blindfold down and you remove those swords, and here he comes. Brings you the world. That one pentacle, tenfold. Tenfold. Love, money, abundance, happiness. Happiness, fulfillment, joy. I feel like my heart chakra is like exploding right now, like running over. You're not going to know what to do. You might be giddy like a little kid. Maybe you haven't experienced a love like this ever. You deserve it. You deserve it. Why do I want to shuffle again? How interesting. And I just split on the Two of Swords. And here another blindfolded. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, pairs. The Two of Swords here. Another, again with the blindfold. With the swords up. You don't need to do that anymore. And I'm noticing the moon in the back there, and the moon speaks to something that's hidden, right? So you've had your swords up, and this love has been, I just got chills. You've had your, oh my gosh. And the Empress was right behind her. And here's the Devil in the reverse. This love has been hidden from you and caused you to keep your swords up because you are the Empress. Now you're in your Empress energy. You've taken the blindfold down. You've put the swords down. You've realized you're not caged at all, and he couldn't stop it. Devil energy can also just speak to doubt, fear, betrayal of the self, betrayal of your own worth, your own value, settling for something less than is meant for you. So this union is very important. We're going to keep that one out, Spirit. Oh my gosh, and here we have the Ten of Wands. That's a burden. You're putting a burden down. Wow. And you putting the burden down is allowing you to step into this Empress energy, and that is what is magnetizing this union to you. Wow. I love this. And the moon on the split. I told you it was hidden. It was hidden. You couldn't see it. I mean, that's okay. You had some healing to do. This is coming in perfect timing. Okay, Spirit, final message. The King of Cups. Here he comes. He's bringing you his heart, Empress. Oh my gosh. And if you're male, switch it around. This is just, King of Cups is ownership of the self, right? Ownership of emotions. So this is like mastery mastery of love, and they're ready to share it with you. Oh my God. I love this. Okay. Was that it? Was that it? Is there any... That one? Okay. And the Nine of Pentacles. Good news just keeps coming. You're stacked. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. And didn't we have the Ace? Yeah, and the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to have it all. You're going to have it all. I heard, stay humble, my friend. Stay humble, my friend. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget about the things that you've been through, the lessons that you've had to learn in life. Stay humble, my friend. You deserve this, no doubt about it. You definitely deserve it, and it's coming in. This King of Cups, now that you're in your Empress energy, these two souls are going to collide. Ooh, maybe you'll actually bump into each other. That would be cool. Please let me know if that happens. That'd be so awesome. Not like, I hope you don't get hurt. Don't. You know what I mean? Like, crashing into people isn't cool, but that'd be a great story. And then you can come back and be like, Joy, you called it. I'm like, Spirit called it. Okay, I think we're done. Is that it? Oh my God. Six of Wands, celebration, and Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups speaks to things that are fleeting. Interesting. Ah, that's why they said, okay. That's why I heard stay humble. If you do not stay humble, like I said, there's always a polarity. Everything has an equal and opposite, right? So just as good as this relationship can be, if you do not stay humble, all these pentacles and all this beauty and love that's coming into your life, don't forget where you came from. Celebrate, but stay humble. Otherwise, it can be fleeting, okay? Interesting. Okay. Very practical advice there at the end. I like it. I like it. That is all for tonight, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, world.